Welcome students. Today in this video we will discuss about selection. It's a topic from chapter 6 class 12, right? Selection basically includes the introduction part and selection process, which is most important question for long answer type, right, and frequently asked in board examination. And the selection process includes different types of written test also. This topic can be asked in the form of separate question. So in total we will discuss the definition part, selection process, including different types of written test, right? Let's start with it. Selection. So first we'll discuss the introduction part of selection, right? Selection is called a process. Under this process, the most suitable candidates will be selected out of all the applications available, right? Under recruitment, what we studied, that candidates will apply for the job. So there would be a pool of applications. Out of that pool of applications, the most suitable candidates will be selected, and that is called selection process, right? Now moving ahead, the most important topic from this portion, that is now about selection process. Selection process basically includes different steps which will be carried through this process or under this process. Let's start with the first one, that is preliminary screening. What exactly the meaning is of preliminary screening? It means the unsuitable candidates will be rejected at the very first stage of this process. For example, in advertisement it was mentioned that MBA degree holder can apply for a particular job, but some graduates also applied for that job. So they are not qualified to apply for that job. So what company management will do, or what HR manager will do, those applications will be rejected at the early stage. That is called preliminary screening, because they are not the suitable candidates for that job, right? For example, 100 applications are collected. Out of 100, 20 candidates are unsuitable candidates, means those candidates are not having the required qualification. So they will be rejected at the early stage. That is called preliminary screening. Fine. Next step is selection test. Selection test means written test. There can be different kind of test under this, like it can be trait test, intelligence test, right, or it can be aptitude test. After aptitude test, it can be conducted like personality test. So different purposes are there of different kind of written test. The formation of the question is framed in such a way that a particular knowledge can be judged. Fine. So that is selection test. Under second, a written test will be conducted. Now the third one is employment interview. The candidates who will qualify the written test will be eligible for the interview. Under this step, two parties will play their role, interviewer and interviewee. Interviewer, the person who will take the interview. Interviewee, the person who will give the interview, right? And under interviewer, there can be one person, one individual, or there can be more than one. When more than one are sitting for taking interview, that is called panel for interview, right? So the qualified candidates under written test will give or will appear for the interview, and those will qualify the interview. They will proceed for the next step, that would be medical examination. Although it is not required in each kind of job, but if it is required, then there is a need to submit a medical kind of proof, medical report, that will serve as that yes, the candidate is physically and mentally fit, right? So medical examination will take place. After medical examination, reference check will take place. Reference check in the sense, from the previous job, the inquiry can be taken regarding the job profile, regarding your past background, right? There should be no criminal kind of record. You know that reference checking is must. It should be done just to check the past record of the candidate. And if the candidate found suitable here, then the next step, that is the most important one, selection decision. Here the decision will be taken in yes or no, either yes or no. If all the previous steps are qualified or fulfilled, then the decision would be yes, otherwise no, right? If yes, then job will be offered to the candidate. and after offering the job, if the candidate is accepting the proposal, then a contract or agreement will take place between employer and employee. Between employer and employee. All the terms and conditions regarding salary, working hours, each kind of rule, regulation, term and condition will be explained here under this contract. Right. So this is all about different stages which are fulfilled or covered under selection process. Right. Okay, the topic is finished here. Thank you so much for listening. Next topic you will see or you will find in next video very soon.